Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Whiskey Hotel. Looking at Team Deathmatch on Discovery, Black Ops, blah 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 blah. But what I really want to talk about is how someone handles any given situation can have a profound impact on their life. And the motivation behind this commentary starts a few weeks ago. And as per my usual routine, it was Friday night. I was playing pool with my buddy at the bars, drinking a little bit, as I usually do, but a little background on me is that I'm not a sloppy drunk. I'm a very controlled person, and especially when I'm playing pool, I don't like to get too drunk because then I shoot like shit and it pisses me off, and then I don't have fun anymore. I like to win at pool. I like to perform well, and drinking too much counteracts that. But like I said, typical night, playing pool with my buddy, drinking a little bit. Night starts to wind down, and I feel fine. I don't feel drunk. I'm driving home, and I don't live too far away from this bar. It's like maybe a total mile, and I'm driving, and I'm going down the first road, and I see a cop flip around and pull in behind me, and I knew as soon as he did it, he was coming for me. It was just kind of one of those feelings. And then I make a left turn to go to my place. I wasn't trying to dodge him or anything. He follows me, pulls me over like 100 yards later. And a little bit more background on me. I have a lot of stories that involve me talking to the police, and I actually might make a series out of it, because I probably have like 10 stories of me talking to the police, either drunk or stoned, all underage, and I've never gotten a ticket for those things. I've gotten some speeding tickets. There's really no getting around those. But yeah, like I said, there's probably it's probably 8 to 10 times where I've talked to the police drunk or stoned and somehow gotten out of it. And so I've got quite a bit of experience talking with police. So I'm going to try and, weave a little bit of advice in this commentary for you when talking to police officers. And the most important thing is to not be a dick. Like, don't give them any reason to want to give you a ticket, I guess is the best way to put that. Most cops are good dudes. Most cops don't abuse their power. They're just doing a job, just like you do whatever you may do for work. And it's important to keep that in mind, as to just treat them like anyone else you would meet while they're working. Like, you don't go through the check stand at the supermarket and get all defensive when the chick asks you if you found everything alright. You just say, yes I did, thank you. And that's a good way to treat cops too. You get a lot farther by just answering the questions and being truthful. Do not lie. If they catch you in a lie, you're busted, like, no doubt about it. But anyway, the cop pulls me over, and here's the best piece of advice I can give you. If you get pulled over by a police officer, here's what you do. In the like 30 seconds it takes between when you get pulled over and when they walk up to your window, you need to roll down your window. You need to put, sorry, out of order. You need to roll down your window, you need to turn on your dome light, and you need to put both of your hands on the top of your steering wheel in front of you. And you just need to sit there until he comes and talks to you. That's the best way to start a traffic encounter, because that's the sketchiest time for cops, is when they walk up to your window. They know nothing about you. For all they know, you have a gun in your pocket and you're going to pull it on them as soon as they walk up to the window. If they walk up and they are able to see you clearly, like no window in the way or no tint or whatever, they can see both your hands in plain sight. They know you're not hiding anything, and they can see everything that's in your car, i.e. other people, items. It puts them at ease right away. You start off on a great note. So I tell the cop I've been drinking, honestly, because I firmly believe that I was not over the limit or out of control, and he takes me out, does the eye test, whatever. He also makes me walk the paces, and I do well on both. And at that point he says, okay, I'm not going to give you a DUI, but I'm still going to breathalyze you. And if you blow over a .04, I'm going to ask that you walk home. And I agreed. And I blew a .07, which is really close to illegal, but he had already said that I was not going to get a DUI at that point. So I was free to go. I went home, hung out for like a half hour, and then longboarded back to my car and drove home, which was a little bit risky. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I had a lot of expensive shit in my car. And I realized later that I actually had my GoPro in my car, and I was really bummed that I didn't film the whole thing. That would have been awesome. But anyway, then last weekend I'm at home at my parents' house, and my mom likes to read the court reports because we live in a pretty small town. A lot of times she knows the people that are in the court reports, and she's a little bit of a gossip. So she turns to me and asks me if I ever talk to my ex-girlfriend anymore. I really only have one. She's like the ex-girlfriend. I have quite a few ex-girlfriends, but she's like the ex-girlfriend. I dated her for about 4 years, and it ended pretty terribly. But she asked me that. I say no, and she says, well, she got a DUI. And I'm like, oh shit, no way. I look at the paper, and sure enough, it says her name, and then it says she was given 6 months in jail. And the way it works here in my city is that most of the time they suspend all of that, but like 5 to 10 days just to teach you a lesson. Our jails are pretty full, so they never give full sentences. But what that tells me is that at some point during her encounter with the police that she fucked up. Like, she gave him attitude. She might have gotten aggressive. She might have told him to fuck off. Any one of those things are totally possible. She's had quite a few run-ins with cops before, and none of them have ended well for her. And I guess that's where I'm ending up with this commentary, is that, like I said earlier, the way one person handles a situation differently than another can really have an impact on your life. She's a very good artist. She wanted to go to graduate school for art, all this stuff. Now she just put that on hold to be in jail for 6 months. And I know this kind of sounds like poo-poo, haha, I handled it better than my ex-girlfriend. I don't mean that at all. I actually somewhat blame the cops because she didn't learn to be this way, like, by accident. She has like 2 full sleeve tattoos, and I'm sure as soon as the cops see that, they start being more aggressive with her than normal. A guy I used to work with had a saying that said, like, cops are rarely shot by people wearing suits, and that it's important to keep in mind when you're interacting with people how you may appear to them. And a cop seeing someone with full sleeve tattoos getting an attitude is a red flag. And I guess that's where I'm ending up. Just try to make good decisions when you're interacting with the people around you, especially ones that can put you in jail. Thank you for watching. Maybe I'll see you next time. Later, dudes.